Hello again YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday evening now, 30th of August. It's quite pleasant again now. Warmed up a bit after my ride back from the barn. Just taking the bike back into the storage, 'cause I'll be away at work from tomorrow. Back in work tomorrow. Back in work on a bank holiday Monday, grabbing it. Yeah, I'll be back in work tomorrow so the bike can go away. What does everyone ask you to do a wheelie? I'll have to learn how to do them, won't I? But yeah, so I thought I'd just do this little vlog to thank all my new subscribers. Thank everybody for the feedback on the wild camping video and the last ride to Rivington where I mentioned Danny's bike, and thank everybody who commented on it. But like I said in the last video, he's got it back now, so back from a little bit of damage, which he's already got it booked in to get sorted out. At least nobody had been riding it and abusing it. Yeah, so we're nearly up to 200. 197 when I last looked. So we're getting close to breaking that 200 mark. So come on, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Push me over 200. I'll be over the moon if I get over 200. Yeah, I'll be absolutely buzzing if I can get over 200 subscribers. So come on, smash that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up, ring the bell, do all that lovely stuff so I can get myself up to 200. That's another little milestone, isn't it? 200 in the grand scheme of things is not a lot, but another little milestone for me. Ooh, getting flanked by bikers now. Big boys. Oh, that sounds nice. M207. The little 250's not going to keep up with that. Oh, they do sound really good, them, with no baffling and a nice exhaust. Probably the best sounding bike I've heard in a long time. Them 07s, they are a really nice bike. Nice sounding bike as well. Do do do. I've got a KTM, I think it's a 125 behind. Well, it is a 125 because it's got an L plate on, so. Little KTM 125 Duke. Well, why not? It's a nice evening to get out, isn't it? But they've all been riding out all day, I imagine. Come on, don't just brake, indicate. KTM's turned off. We're all on our own again. Sounded nice out in 207, didn't it? I actually want to take baffle out of my street triple, but what I like about my street triple is the induction noise. And if you had too much exhaust noise, you'd probably lose that. Off-road lad there. I don't think he had a number plate on, so I don't think he was legal. I didn't know it's a number plate anyway. No lights on, but you can have a daytime MOT, can't you? But it's 2-stroke. Stay there, son. Yeah, so like I said, I've not hit 200 yet, but we're getting there. And I've not really had many names come through with these new subscribers. It's just sort of crept up steadily over the past couple of weeks. You seem to get that, don't you? I was on 184 or something like that, 182 for ages, and then this last like 2 weeks they've crept up. So thank you all for subscribing. And the update on the DR is there is definitely no oil leak, because I mean I've been Ribington and back. It's quite a bumpy twisty road on the way back as well, and there's not a drop of oil. And I'd notice it on my shed floor, because it's got a vinyl, the grey like a rubber vinyl floor on it, so I'd notice it, and I've had a look under it and there's nothing there's no signs of any oil dripping. It feels a lot better. Never going to be perfect, is it? Doing it the way I've done it. If you've watched it, I mean, well, the only thing that's not right is I've just filled it with compressed air and not nitrogen, which when you think the atmosphere, the air itself is something like, is it 78% nitrogen anyway? I've heard all sorts of reasons why. One of them didn't make any sense at all, because someone was saying about there being like moisture in the air, but it goes inside a rubber, you know what I mean, it goes inside like a rubber sock inside the shock, so I don't know how that's going to rot the inside of the shock. And the other one, which is probably, you know, a reason why, is maybe it's just down to the increase and decrease in PSI in just normal compressed air. Due to heat being cold, it'll lose a few PSI, being hot it'll gain a few PSI. And the problem I had with not having a compressor at home, apart from like one of them you plug in your car, I couldn't get the temperature. But with it being just a small, literally just a small sock inside, size of a, I don't know, like a can of Coke, but thinner, one of those narrow cans of Coke. By the time you've got the air in it, and you put the tyre gauge on, you get that little of air, you've dropped a load of pressure. It's surprising, because there's not a lot of air in it. It's not like a tyre where you might lose 1 PSI or something. And the compressor I had as well is one of the screw off types, so you're screwing it off and it's as you're screwing it off, so there was no way I could get enough pressure in on that. I could get the pressure, but then I was losing it. So then I went to the garage to the air machine at the garage, and that only goes up to 100 psi, so I whacked it right up to 100 psi, hit the button where it shows the flat tyre and it shot a load of air in like a second. Well, I seen it go up to like into the 40s, and I pulled it off and it beep 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 like it doesn't stop, and you won't believe it, but it stopped on 142, and I thought, that's it, that's me done. I ain't messing with it, it's going straight back on the bike now. So I think I've got the right PSI in. Probably would have been wise to drop a couple of PSI, because obviously when it increases in heat, but it's only going to gain a couple in it, I imagine. And it's on the opposite side to the exhaust, so there's not going to be, I know you got the engine heat and exhaust heat, but you know yourself with tyres, they only increase by a couple of PSI. I can't see that being any different. Anyway, I've waffled on enough about PSI and well, nitrogen or gas. But the other problem is, I mean, I didn't try it for myself, just reading on the forums, and I can imagine they wouldn't do, because there's such high pressure in it. To get someone to regas a shock that you've rebuilt is not impossible. Nobody's going to do it. Nobody's going to trust your work of an amateur. Plus they would have wanted to rebuild it, wouldn't they? So I don't think anyone offers. And if someone knows somewhere that does, in anywhere like Greater Manchester, well, anywhere in the northwest, I'm willing to travel and get it done if it needs it. But at the moment I don't feel it needs it for what I do. You know, I'm not doing jumps on it at the moment and getting it up on back wheel and all that, so does it really need it? Probably not. But the other thing about it as well, I could tell it had been serviced a couple of times, which is another good thing. Every time I do something on this bike, I'm impressed that the fact that, you know, it looks a bit rough around the edges, but it's been well maintained. Because you have to use like a punch to knock down like the valve, not the valve, but like the you'll notice if you watch the video. I don't know what the component is, but it's the air and oil can, and you have to knock the end of it in with a punch to get the split pin out to release it. And I could see punch marks probably 5 or 6 different places, so I reckon it's been serviced a couple of times in its life easily. And the oil that came out weren't that shitty, to be honest, what was left of it. And I've got enough oil left to do another service on it, so I'm pleased with that. So anyway, thank you all for subscribing. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell so I can keep you updated on any upcoming videos. Thanks all for watching. You all ride safe, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.